anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FFF 1856. I'm Mike Matthews. The name of the show is called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, it's a show on a Tuesday. I don't ever do a show on Tuesday anymore, but it's hot as heck. And we said, heck, let's go bore ourselves into a cafe anyway, where it's nice and cool, because part of it is underground and it stays nice and thermally cold because wonderful ground and the sound
Mike's Daily Podcast
of laundry being done in the background is awesome. And you might hear somebody else, although Basil
Mike's
looks like he's passed out
Daily
on my lovely lady friend's
Podcast
thigh. So
yeah,
that's a happy dog right now. Ladies and gentlemen, because I know there's both, and then there's the gender fluidic people, I want to welcome you all to the show, because I think in today's world, we don't put enough thought into those of us that don't quite have everything given to us upstairs in the brain area. You know, I wake up, I feel a little bit of anxiety towards work, because I know I got a big day ahead of me, and I know that the process of getting to work can be a little stressful at times, although it's actually a smooth cush trip. My lovely lady friend will take me to the BART station. I hop on the BART. The BART is like one straight shot. I don't have to switch trains. And it's three or four stops, and bam, I'm at my destination. I walk 10 minutes. I get a nice little walk exercise. I drink a delicious smoothie that my lovely lady friend has made for me whilst I walk. So it's everything.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Actually, I don't even know why I feel anxiety when I wake up in the morning on a weekday, on a work day. It's ridiculous. There's no reason why. Oh, yeah, I know why. Because I get texts like, so-and-so is useless. Because I'm a manager. And the people I manage tend to it's a tough world when you're a manager in today's world. Because of the texting. And because I'm an easygoing guy, and people, you know, I like to joke. People like to joke with me. And they might say something like, oh, hi, Basil. Basil woke up for a second. Good boy. Now he's going back to bed. And they'll joke with me, and they'll mean it in a passive-aggressive way, but they don't really mean it. And I'm like, okay, I get it. All right, that's nice. It helps them vent. And actually, this one story I was telling my lovely lady friend a little bit earlier today about what happened today, about someone was perturbed with another coworker. That got diffused because the other person then apologized. Although he may or may not have known exactly what he was apologizing. He's like, I'll just apologize to him. I don't know what is upsetting him, and that's good. Isn't that when employees can put it? It gets all bad when employees are building up this huge wall of, and they've done this, and they did this to me, and back in so-and-so. We were talking, one of my coworkers, and I'm just not going to name any names. All right, I'm going to name names. Let's see. I'm going to pull this name out of a Costco article. So I was talking to Gabriella and Kevin Whalestein, and I were all chatting and discussing, Mark Zuckerberg, who I work with. Not that Mark Zuckerberg, but another one. And we're talking about how Mark Zuckerberg everybody thinks he's the best. Everybody thinks that he can do no wrong. But then I started running down a list in my head, just off the top of my head. I'm like, well, one time he screwed up our entire system and we lost a bunch of money because of that. Let's see. Another time he did this. Another time he did that. And then one time he left, he broke all these rules. Maybe it's not as great as we thought. So, all this to say, we wake up in the morning and we might feel a little anxiety. We might feel a little, and that's okay. That's normal. But some people wake up with everything wrong all the time. And I don't know. My lovely lady friend has background in psychology and can give you the name of that particular illness and the other particular illness. But she's busy writing something right now. And so she can't. I'm talking about mental illness. She gave me a thumbs up. Okay. I have no background. I have no knowledge of mental illness. Okay. Anywho, so some people have this, and you know, it's tough. It's a rough road to hoe. It's a hoe. Anyway. Oh wow. The sound of the washing machine going 80 miles an hour. Dang. It's loud here at Cafe Anyway. We just turned on the psych mic. The psych mic. I know. You know that I'm not telling the truth. That was the theme song to the TV show Psych. I love that show. All right. I'm going to turn the psych mic off, okay? So you're not on the spotlight is now off of you. Don't worry. But, okay. All of this to say that I've had some interesting firsthand experiences with mental illness of late, and I can't discuss it now. I don't know when I will be able to. It'll be a good story, and we'll all laugh at it, and I hope all the parties involved will laugh at it and put it all behind us, but it was an interesting experience. At any rate, back to the people that I work with. They're wonderful. They're splendid. And as a manager, you get to see how everyone has their bad days. And you got to somehow lift them up out of the bad days and say, let's go outside of Cafe Anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley today. We're in Podcastro Valley. That's right, Podcastro Valley. Hey, but you know what? Here's the thing, is it's too hot in Podcastro Valley today. So I don't know why we're out here. We're going to start sweating. A couple weeks ago, nay, perhaps a month ago, I was talking about this particular topic, and Kevin Walston, or Steen, that Sten at the end really needs an I. Make it a Steen. But Walstein, that's a cool name, but it's not. Unfortunately, he says, the siren song of incivility has proven too alluring for most internet users to resist. And anonymous comments sections have become, in Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist Leonard Pitt's words, havens for a level of crudity, bigotry, meanness, and plain nastiness that shocks the tattered remnants of our propriety. Indeed, study after study, and I love to use the word indeed, even though, did I ever get a job off of Indeed? No, indeed I did not. I need a frickin' job, Indeed. Well, not now, because now I'm a manager, as I aforementioned. Ooh, I just heard an interesting noise. What was that noise? Windows can't find one of the files in this theme. Do you still want to save the theme? What? That's a weird message my computer gave me. Outside of Cafe Anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valleyton. Last place on earth. I'm just going to say yes because it won't go away. Oh, everything blew up and died. Shouldn't have done that. So let's continue on with this topic. Study after study has shown that when people are allowed to post their thoughts anonymously online discussions inevitably deteriorate into uncivil trolling and flame wars. Okay. Let's see what the counterpoint to this little paragraph was. This by Gabriella Coleman. In recent years, anonymous online comments have developed a poor reputation. Numerous editorials have called for their end. The worry, allowing internet users to hide their identity will breed more hateful and harmful speech. The problem, the same anonymity used by bullies and harassers is also relied on by ordinary people, citizens and activists, to express controversial political opinions and share sensitive information to support each other. While banning anonymity, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. 66 Sputnik. Anyone? Anyone? Oh, I was listening to The Current. Minnesota Public Broadcasting has some radio station out in Minnesota. And they played a song about Minnesota girls. I was listening to it online today. And I forget the name of the artist, but there's a line in there about how Brian Wilson, sorry you were wrong. California girls are not the best. It's Minnesota girls. The best girls are from Minnesota. He goes, in this song, he says, I can't wait to be in Minnesota so I can't feel my feet. Turn it up. Anyway, they played that song and then they played 666 Sputnik. Turn it up, turn it up. The drummer for that band later joined Big Audio Dynamite that did If I Had My Chance Again, dun, dun, I would do it all the same. That drummer was in 666 Sputnik, and 666 Sputnik himself, the singer, guitarist, Wunderkind, was in Generation X, which my generation was named after, which featured Billy Idol. And their big hit, Dancing With Myself. Anyway, Cafe Anyway. While banning anonymity might curb some negative speech, it would also lead to other detrimental social costs. My lovely lady friend and I have had a discussion about this. We did not agree. I said, I think people are cowards online that don't attach their name to their comments. And she said, lovely lady friend Mike, Psych Mike, said, she didn't say anything. So I win. What did you think about the anonymity thing? No? No. Okay, she's busy. Anyway, she didn't agree with me. All right, well, what do you think? Anyways, Cafe Anyways, please give me a call, 1-800-336, 1-800-336, that's 1-800-336-MM-DAILY. Wait a minute, there's no 800 in my phone. It's 336-MM-DAILY, 336-MM-DAILY. If you dial the 100 for 800 first, things might not happen. Or you can call, email me. Yeah. I got the Gmail that I've had forever, MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. All right, MikesDailyPodcast.com. To see the podcast picture today, which did feature our aforementioned wonderful dog, Basil the Boxer, who barked earlier, and he was looking out, and you can tell this is not my camera phone, because my camera phone has awful problems with light. It's my lovely lady friend's camera phone, and Basil's looking out over Benicia on a beautiful day we had a couple Wednesdays back. Hey, real quick, Alabama legislature passes bill requiring chemical castration for child sex offenders. What's going on with Alabama? My former home, sweet home, Alabama, that I lived at for 2 years, 10 years ago. Yes, apparently. Oh, and what's interesting is I have had this shirt forever, not the one I'm wearing now, outside a cafe anyway, but this shirt from Comic-Con 2008. Somebody got me a shirt from that, and on the sleeve, it had the date of that Comic-Con, and I didn't realize that 3 days later, I got let go at a job that I had in Alabama, that I moved to Alabama for. And I didn't realize that I had been walking around with this unceremonious date on my sleeve on that shirt for all these years, and I just discovered it. But Alabama is where I used to live. It was very humid, much hotter than it is now, because it got the humidity. Now it's not as hot as it was in Alabama. Alabama passing the laws about abortion lately, and now this one, chemical castration for child sex offenders. What do you think about that? I know what I think. Let's go to the mic cam and listen to what I think about it. It's not on. All right, look. I mean, the psych mic. Look who's here. Hello, Michael Master. It's Madame Rootabega. And that's interesting. Chemical castration. Oh. Yeah, they drink something, probably like what I'm drinking right now. A little cocktail that makes the new nads just go, and they can't use them anymore. Michael Masters, that's actually what happens? Yeah, look it up. Look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the party attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike.
Yeah?
What the hell?
I don't know. New nads. That will not be today's podcast name. Oh, you say something now. What? What?
Nudicles are prosthetic gonads for dogs.
Seriously?
Yeah. For dogs that have been neutered. They're called nudicles.
You are...
No, I swear.
Basil doesn't have new nads.
They come in different sizes.
And he doesn't have nudicles either. And he's gone through his whole life without those.
He might feel more whole.
And he's sleeping right now on your leg outside a cafe anyway. And he in no way seems to miss his
nudicles.
New nads or need nudicles. Well, what did we learn today? I think we all got to get along. And those of us who may have mental illness need to get along with the ones that don't, and vice versa. And maybe we all have a little bit of mental illness, as I've mentioned. Sometimes I think, I've heard that we're all on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. That's a thing? Mm-hmm. All right. So that's something to consider. And I was talking on a podcast recently about how OCD... being a little bit obsessive compulsive, everybody's got a little bit of that. Even if they think they got a handle on it, I think it wants to rear its ugly head with everyone because it's in the brain cells or the nunads or somewhere. All right, I think that's pretty much it. That and just let's talk it out, everybody at work, okay? Look, I'm not that I don't want it to be a hostile work environment. I want you all to get along. So quit horsing around. Okay, and don't drink that cocktail. It'll make your nunads fall off. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!